Welcome to another awesome batch of new modded creatures in ARK Ascended. This batch is like the most amazing one we've had so far. Leave a like on the video for the fall of communism. Unless you're like a communist, then leave a like for the fall of capitalism.
The reason I'm telling you all this is because I'm playing both sides so that I always come out on top.
Okay, so the first creature is already here. It's this adorable little fella off in the distance, the Sock Basilisk, one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. This little fella has a 5% chance of spawning amongst the regular basilisks over on Aberration. I'm not necessarily sure if he spawns anywhere else. I think he's literally just a basilisk, but a very special, very disturbing kind. It's said that he's a discarded masturbation sock from an ancient celestial god that once inhabited these lands, but he has since vacated the area, now only leaving behind the disgusting remnants of his hobbies. As you get closer, the spell becomes unbearable as the snake draws itself out. Literally just a giant sock puppet, dude, in like every freaking way. I'm gonna have to kill it. There's gotta be a better way than just killing it. I'm gonna activate some phase shift magical powers I derived from a cupcake. Cupcake? I think I'm gonna have to kill this one. As you can see, it is a basilisk in just about every sense. It stinks a lot freaking worse. Because it's a big, disgusting, old, moldy sock, bro. Its butt, the end, like the side, the back side of it is literally a perfect sock where you could insert your foot into. You dirty bastard. Personally, I think this is one of the greatest things I've ever seen in this game. This is the kind of stuff this community needs right here. We don't need another giant theropod. Actually, we do. We need infinite giant theropods, but we also need giant celestial masturbation socks. That's what really makes this community great. Look at this dude's tongue. Everything about it is freaking phenomenal. The googly eyes, the fact that it's a long athletic type sock. Again, this is where you'd insert your foot into such things. For anyone out there who's never worn a sock, that's just, I don't know, shit. Again, it only has a 5% chance of spawning amongst regular basilisks. This black bar above my head that activates as soon as I start eating these magical freaking cupcakes is so unfortunate. I think in every sense of the way, this thing is a basilisk, but it is a very well done model. Like, everything about it is very lifelike. The googly eyes are fantastic. And when he buries himself, only the parts you insert your foot to sticks out because it's the backside, but it's just so great, bro. This thing is infinitely stinky, however. Like, this was a poorly treated sock in every sense of the word. But it is great. Look at the size of that. That's a big sock. That's how you know it was a celestial that was busting loads into this now sentient monster. Pretty much standard health, level 300, 18,000 health. It's a beast, but only because it's level 300. How are its aquatics? I haven't taken this thing into the water just yet. Oh, that looks so weird, bro. So amazingly weird. I vote they remake the entire Anaconda franchise, but instead of an anaconda, it's just a giant sentient foot sock. Other than this amazing things and looking like the coolest creature ever, and being one of the most original things ever, it really doesn't possess that many amazing powers. But that kind of makes like it's just basically a basilisk, but I feel like that's why it'll fit into so many worlds so well. It's not some over-modded creature. Either way, pretty good freaking first selection for a video about new creatures, right? A giant sock monster. I think Zytheria and a few others worked on this. I'm not sure, but those are some amazing mod devs from the old ARK days. And this is about as realistic as a giant sock monster that you can control will ever look in a video game in your entire life. Maybe in like 75 years we'll have a better one, but even then, you know what I mean? I doubt it. It's actually not that strong. Literally is just a basilisk. I guess this is a big creature relatively, but not bigger than us. I just like how it's not game-breakingly strong. So people who want this in their world without it destroying everything could have it so. I can't hit this little bastard child for the freaking life of me right now. The first creature isn't very complex. It's basically just a socky basilisk, so there's not much to get into on this one. But still, add it to your world. It's amazing. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Out of these 6 creatures we're showing today, 2 of them are kind of underwhelming. They're really cool in their own sense. I think they're really beautiful and awesome, but like as compared to the others, no way. So let's just get those 2 out of the way now. Sometimes I'll just be grabbing creatures to fill this video up. No, but it is cool though. Okay, so the second creature in today's list is the Pegasus, which keep up with me here. This is a really, I don't know, I freaking love like mythology. I love, plus it does function pretty well as a Pegasus. It's not the quickest creature on land, I'm not gonna lie, but I do think it is a beautiful horse. I think I just love horses. I love a lot of this, but it is very slow. I'm gonna have to immediately start making excuses for that. It just does not move very fast for a horse. But what it makes up for in this, it gains in like the ability to fly. Hang on. There we go. And this, I feel like, does look pretty amazing. Like, that looks like a mechanically accurate, like, Pegasus. I don't know, man. I feel like we need, if we have flying evil horses, we need flying good horses. It also does more than just looking like it's about to collapse from exhaustion any freaking moment. It does possess the power to instantly heal just about all your creatures, tames, and everything. With these mystical freaking Pegasus feathers, I'm just carpet bombing on the enemy right now. I do believe that's all it does. Oh no, this one also. Wow, we're just freaking dropping sprinkles and rainbows over here. Absolutely magnificent. Also, our shit is sparkly, but I don't think that's included in the mod. Look at the way this thing's like, I love this, dude. I don't know what it is. Maybe I was dropped too much as a child. Maybe I'm secretly homosexual, or maybe this is just really cool. Maybe all three. I wonder if you have to freaking angle the feathers down onto your friendlies to heal them, or if you could just, I guess you just fly above. And then, yeah, like it has like a constant descending feature. So you just, and you hold this magnificent stance, might I say. This is the best Pegasus healing stance I've ever seen. See, my only issue with the mod is the wings look kind of floopy. Yeah, when he lands, they don't look that great. Plus, he lands like an ARK creature, but that's like, there's nothing you can do about that. See, when they're just on their side, they don't look very, they look like they're kind of just like slapped on there. I don't know. That's basically what wings are, though. But once it's got that freaking mysticalness, the wings come to life. Not only that, but they like rotate through like my freaking keyboard. Just beautiful as all hell. Yeah, those feathers really expand beautifully. I'm a big Pegasus fan. I don't know. Mythology's pretty sweet until you get into like Zeus diddling everybody. Aside from Zeus diddling everyone and every other god being an absolute horrible piece of crap, the creatures, the mythological creatures, are pretty freaking amazing. And I feel like the Pegasus is a pretty cool one of those. I feel like the Pegasus is above centaurs, but like below minotaurs, you know what I mean? Centaurs are freaking stupid, but a minotaur is basically just a cow god. Either way, here's number 2 on the list. The Pegasus. The magical mythological creature with healing abilities and a giant horse wiener. Fight! Fight, Pegasus! Pegasus can't do shit in combat. Oh my god! I have dev commands on, so I can't be touched. So I'm just gonna call it a meteor right here. I think I did. No, it was too far over there. What do raptors and Kurt Cobain have in common? Nothing. that was fucked up. Which brings us to creature number 3. Now, this is the other useless one. It won't make much of a difference in your world. It's only selected here today because it's beautiful. And when, like, new creatures are added that are extremely beautiful, it's worth taking a look at, to be honest. Especially sea creatures, because they get such little love. So here we have the Orycterocetus, or something along those lines. A small whale-like creature that basically does absolutely nothing. But it's really freaking well designed and beautiful and modeled like graciously to look like the most realistic little mini whale ever. Unless this is just a stolen model and I'm an idiot, which is entirely possible. That's happened in like 3 other of these mod videos. It's like I can't know everything, man. Honestly, I keep thinking it's that the little whale we already have, and like the space whale. Hang on. Yep, I just looked at it, and this is quite literally just the aquatic version of that freaking space dolphin, so I'm an idiot. But in all fairness, I didn't really play that DLC that much because I got this game for the dinosaurs, man. I don't know, I think it still looks pretty good. Like, I honestly think it still might be a custom design, but I feel like it also might not be. It probably doesn't belong in this video, but I've spent so much time figuring out the other creatures that this one just kind of snuck in. It is still beautiful either way. I think the dead giveaway that it's literally the space dolphin is the fact that it like does this, which is painfully obvious now that I think about it. But this is more just I don't know. This is a lesson on sleep deprivation. We leave it to get eaten by sharks, just as God intended. And here we have number 4 on today's list, the Paddletail Spino. This thing is freaking amazing. Without a doubt, the most gorgeous Spinosaurus we've gotten in this game. Honestly, I think thus far entirely. Typically, you'd want to approach this creature with the ghillie suits because you got to get right up and close to its attainment, but I activated some invisible dev commands just for the sake of admiring this creature's beauty. See, not only is this thing awesome with the most realistic taming method, but it uses its claws horrifically. It can pick stuff up and eat them, basically. There, now it's got the area to itself. It will make its way back to the water where it begins this magnificent fishing animation, and thus is where you're able to tame the creature. Look at those claws though, dude. Those claws are insane. That's why it's able to pick stuff up. I guess typically it can take a bit for this like animation where it begins. Oh no, there it is. It's already fishing. It just begins wading through the water trying to grab fish. It's going! That was magnificent. Again, typically you would wear ghillie for this, but like, there's no need for all that. Okay, that didn't work either, but I was told that you're supposed to drop exceptional kibble, or whatever it wants typically, in the vicinity of it while it's fishing, and eventually it'll work out. And if it wanders too far away from the water, you drop honey down there to basically lure it back over. Pretty just amazing creature. However, this can take a long time. I watched like 3 taming videos on this to make sure I was doing it right, and all 3 of the videos were unable to like tame it in their showcases because it just doesn't eat the freaking stuff like it's supposed to, but I guess it does. I've only been trying for a couple minutes, but there's people better than I have tried to showcase this and it failed, so it's like, who do I think I am? You know what I mean? I'm happy we've accepted the way Spinos look. Woo! Damn, just a couple out for a stroll. I guess you do have to clear out every creature in the vicinity when taming one also, because it will aggro onto just about anything. Oh, he picked it up! Oh, he ripped it apart! It would be killing us right now as well, but the dev commands. And then once it's all chilled out and peaceful, I believe it just goes back to fishing. Oh no, he's rampaging. That other one was so far and he's still gonna get it. The aggro range on this is crazy. There's now 3 freaking Spinosaurus saddles in this game. 2 of them are being demonstrated in today's video. I'm pretty sure it's this one is the, or is it this one? It's absolutely not the 3rd one. It's gotta be one of these 2. Ooh, sweet. Enable thermoregulating. That's just fancy. Allow collecting fiber from claw attacks. Do a roar. That was insane, bro. But which saddle do you want to wear? It was the primitive Spinosaurus saddle. All right. And the beast has been donned. A very weird thing about this too is you sit on like the side of it. I love that. Like there's room for you and your buddy on both sides. If anything is on the other side of you, you're not gonna see anything. But like, we see in 3rd person anyway, so that's irrelevant. Let's toggle thermoregulation. We've done it, dude. We're thermoregulated right now. I think it drained. I don't know. Our fish went to 0. So it's all about how fish powered we are there. Now we have 30% fish. And then we use our thermoregulation again, and it just begins draining our fish. We're just like draining our energy. But man, that is so great. Okay, so claw swipe, gore, and underwater spin. Pretty sweet, but then once we become submerged in the water, it's an entirely different attack. That's very interesting. This thing runs so great. Realistic Spinos, man. Like Jurassic Park 3 Spinos are the shits, but we got to accept that that's just not based in realism at some point. I'm just happy these kind of Spinos are freaking awesome now, because at first we were so let down as a community. There's one in front of us as well. They spawn all over the place. My Spino seems just about useless right now because it's on 0% fish. I guess it pays to stay somewhere where there's fish relatively. It's a completely fish-powered monster. Although we still have no stamina, but nevertheless, fish-powered for sure. This little female raptor. Perfect test dummy. Wow, the raptor is just inside that Spinosaurus's hands. Not even like in a hostile way. It could be delicately carried back. It seems it's just when we start walking that he drops stuff. No, wait, never mind. Well, how do we drop stuff? Is it like running out of stamina? No. How did it get dropped before? Does it just accidentally get dropped a lot? Yeah, because we could sprint or run with this raptor in our hands down the street. Wow, this would be the coolest way to just like kidnap and tame stuff. I guess they gotta be like relatively small enough to fit inside the Spino's hands, but still, that's amazing. Imagine just like dropping these over at someone's base who's not necessarily able to defend from them. That would be so funny. And now eat it. Oh, I guess that's the right click. That's where gore comes in. Damn! That is crazy. Yeah, so when something's in your arms, you just rip it apart. I'm gonna do it again. No! Come here, little fella. And then we just... God, that's insane. We should be able to pick this parasaur up though, right? Because stuff, yeah, easy. Easy. Okay, obviously, because we saw one do it already. And then just... Woof! That's gorgeous. Everything about this Spino is so sweet. But the best part about it is how it swims in open water. It's so freaking fast. What is going on? I think it was glitched. I think my game is glitched. My game is for sure glitched. I've used too many dev commands and now it's glitched. There we go. I've slowed it down and now it's perfect. Wading through the water like a freaking duck, which is how I'd like to imagine them completely. Oh, that's just so magical, bro. And then our underwater spin. Do it. See, this is where thermoregulation is going to come in handy big time because we'd be freezing our balls off right now. He's not doing the underwater spin. Is that because we have to hold something before we can do it? Wow, this thing is just so great. It's actually just fast as hell, even without any commands accidentally speeding it up. Grab the little manta and then just... It's still gore underwater, but the fact that we can grab stuff underwater is just the best. I wonder if we need like fish to do our underwater spin. Wow, biting uses up so much fish. You just generally drain fish. I feel like there's other stuff I'm doing currently right now that's making me drain fish and not realize it. All right, we've got 100. Just have to be going really fast. I cannot for the life of me figure out this underwater spin. I feel so stupid right now. Whatever, the rest of the stuff this thing does is amazing. If anyone knows how to use that move correctly, let me know down below. I feel so freaking silly right now. I should have practiced with this. I was so just amazed by the fact that it could grab stuff and gore them. Well, now what are we doing? Like, that is the greatest thing ever for a Spinosaurus to be able to do. I'm gonna do it to one more guy. Woof! It's just magic. Then you just keep grabbing him. Wait, is the Oviraptor too small? You little bastard. Oh, we got the Dilo. It's fine. And yes, that is why this is the most amazing Spinosaurus ever. Although the next one's pretty cool too. Up next on the list, we've got the Gigant Spino, which Giganto, I don't know. That's what it says on the mod page. It feels like an incomplete word, but there it is. It's freaking incredible. It's very different from the last Spino. This one's more Jurassic Park 3-ish, which is just making it a giant, monstrous wall of muscle. Like, the other one's more agile and beautiful in a Spinosaurus sense. This just seems like an abomination set loose on Isla Nublar. Nublar? I'm forgetting words. To beat this creature, you just gotta let it beat the absolute hell out of you. So bring something extremely tanky. After it beats you up for a good couple of minutes, it like enters a more submissive state where you're able to do torpor to it. It's pretty freaking cool, I guess. Like, everything's gotta have their own different kind of special taming method. It is big as hell. A Giga was a horrible choice because it's gonna freaking make us enrage soon. This is a very stupid decision I made right here. Hopefully it stops before it enrages. No, it's not going to. Do it! Do it quick! I guess you guys get the gist of it regardless. Oh, there, it's entered the state. Perfect. And then when it's like this, you're able to shoot it full of torpor all you possibly can. And after this, it becomes just a regular tame. It's doing some crazy sword work on me back there, though, with its nails. Now you've done it. Yeah, listen to the sound effects. That's crazy. I just kill this one just to get him out of the way. But you get the gist of it. Oh, cool dying animation. Oh, never mind. This Spinosaurus uses the Gargant Spino, which is, I guess, gargantuan? I don't know. I don't know words these days, man. This saddle's nuts, though. It's got barrels on the side for, like, mobile alcoholism. I do love a skin with big metal plates. I'm a metal plate fan for sure. Hey, knee pads, forget about it. And then that bar on the side would be how close we move towards that specific state. Yeah, that's cool. It moves up with every bite. But as you can see, it does require a good deal of damage before it enters that mode. This dude can't see us because I made us invisible for dev commands for the sake of just moving this video along. All right, and we're just about to have it. Oh, damn. I feel like we're supposed to do the whole crazy emote right there, but we just didn't. Or we have the ability to activate the mode now. Or the option. I need to get this Rex off my nuts first before we can figure out the fine science is going on here. All right, so now we have the option there. There he goes. Now he's crazy. Oh, he's walking differently. much more defensively. What was that? That was terrifying. Oh, this mode only lasts a couple seconds. Oh, God. Either way, though, this thing's awesome. I freaking love it because it looks like a beefed out Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus. Even slightly more beefy than the other one. Plus, it's got those crazy hints of, like, Unreal Engine realism that just look beautiful. All right, what's next on the list? I just wanted to show off how easy I could shadow phase over bodies of water like that. See that shit? I'm basically Nightcrawler up in here. Which brings us to our next creature, the Desolate Titan. This thing's amazing, bro. I tamed a couple this morning just to test it out, and it's one of the coolest dinosaurs ever. Basically, you just got to do a bunch of damage to it till it goes berserk, and then after it goes berserk, it rampages, doing 25% more damage and taking 25% less damage for about 30 seconds. It also moves 50% quicker when it's berserked, and it hits, like, for every hit, it hits twice. But after it goes berserk for 30 seconds, it enters an exhausted state where it just basically collapses on the ground, and that's where you have a small window to feed it whatever food it so desires. I tamed one of these suckers while hanging onto the side of a cliff grappling. I tamed one while being on a fast little creature, and I tamed one just by flying around shooting off my stuff. So for this one, I'm just gonna do it while flying. I'm sure you can figure out the best way to do it on your own for sure. See, now it's entered its berserk stage, where as you can see, it has 30 seconds of just rampaging at a much more accelerated speed than before. It's so much quicker now, bro, and it's so much stronger. And there it goes, enters its exhausted state, where you've got a small window to feed it what it needs. It wakes back up, and you repeat the process. If it takes too much damage, it does repair a lot if you get it to just, like, eat corpses. So just, like, do that, you know what I mean? Once you've got the creature, you've got your own very powerhouse monster. Biggest theropod by far, except for, like, Godzilla. Biggest theropod except for Kaiju. He's, like, right under the Kaiju limit. His moves aren't actually that crazy. He's got a freaking cosmetic roar. Looks like just a big, beefy Indominus Rex monster. A standard bite and a stomp. There you go, buddy. At the end, remember, once he's berserk, every hit hits for 2. It's pretty cool. Just do hurt me 15,000. That ought to do it. More than did it, but it did it. He's entered his berserk state where he's now much, much better, though I'm pretty sure he's still weaker than a wild one. But it's for such a short period of time. Look, there's already just 20 seconds left, and when that's up, you're done. It is cool to give it one last final stand, though, but it doesn't have to take that much damage to go berserk. It's the only, like, concerning thing. It's about to happen any second. I guess the speed boost is nice because it lets you get away from, like, trouble easier. If you can get far enough away in that amount of time, because after, he's going to sleep. And he also takes like 70% more or 75% more damage or something like that when he's in this state, so it's just the worst. It is very short though, so that's nice. There's also this, however, the Primal Desolate Titan Charm. Combine various Apex drops to create this charm to summon the Primal Desolation boss for a brutal challenge and a huge reward upon its defeat. Warning, this boss is meant to be very difficult. Do not underestimate it. Only summon if absolutely prepared. So to fight this boss and see what he drops firsthand, we're going to show off the number 7 creature today. Like, my favorite freaking one ever. Right here, unassembled Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla from those freaking Godzilla Earth-like movies where it doesn't actually do anything in the movies whatsoever. This mod is much better than the one in the movie. As you can see, it's expensive, but not that expensive for what it is. Just go and demonstrate it over here after showing off some sick shadow phasing. All right, here we have it, Mechagodzilla. You just kind of craft it and then it gets placed down. This one was placed at level 41. I don't know if that's randomized or what, but as you can see, it's got plenty of freaking health for level 41. It's actually an overpowered kaiju. Well, it's a kaiju killer essentially. See, I never finished those movies because I didn't like them. As it's weird because I'm a huge Godzilla fan, but just it wasn't what I love about Godzilla. I don't know. I don't think anime and Godzilla was really my kind of thing. But in the TV show, basically the robot does nothing. As it's like about to be fully constructed and used, to my understanding, that's when Godzilla Earth rolls up and just destroys everything. And then this Mechagodzilla evidently it's made out of some crazy kind of like metal, like nanoparticle type stuff where it could retransform itself into anything. And it transforms itself into like a facility, like a freaking structural building. I don't know, very underwhelming stuff. This one, however, is downright sexy as hell. The arsenal they've given it is just otherworldly. For starters, its head turns into a giant freaking sword weapon that just vaporizes any bastard unlucky enough to be in thine face. You can just spam it too. There's our Spino down there. This is what we're going to use on the Dynamo boss. I'm gonna do it one more time because it's just cool as hell. I guess we'll do it a bunch more against the Dynamo boss. It's just so cool how that comes out of nowhere. As far as I can understand about the lore, that's completely logical as well. Because if the metal could transform itself into anything, why couldn't this thing be just the craziest killing machine to ever face the planet? It's got a couple moves I don't fully understand. Like that. It's just like sprays lasers. It's a freaking hurricane on all the trees everywhere. I believe we're shooting fireballs out of our tail when we do that, but the amount of lasers are just crazy. Let's get a little Desolate Titan in here to practice this next move on. What's crazy is that's a huge creature, but he's so little next to this Mechagodzilla. Pretty great. We have dev commands on, but even if we didn't, he wouldn't be doing anything. It just does some crazy stuff. Vaporizing and destroying everything in its path as it should. And it's got like a regular little scratch, which isn't really like that overwhelming. And then it's got, where's the, here we go. A pretty amazing roar that actually killed this Caprasuchus. So even that does damage. So now let's activate the Primal Desolation Charm, which again summons in the Primal Desolation boss, which is just a much bigger, scarier, constantly berserk Desolate Titan with spears and pikes stabbed into its head, indicating the treacherous battles it's been through. Wogon! There, we've got creative mode turned off for a fair fight. It does take forever to charge this hit, unfortunately, but it does a chunk of damage, whereas he's barely doing anything to us. I think he gets stuck inside of us. Yeah, he's taking away little chunks, but ultimately we're just so powerful. What if we just spam the spacebar move? Because he can't even touch us when we're in the sky. Witchcraft! Oh, that does so much damage. Yeah, this is why we brought out Mechagodzilla for this. Because the Desolate Titan actually is crazy powerful. Like, this is something we would need an army for. Or I guess just a Mechagodzilla. Yup! Oh, damn, 25,000 health left, you lucky little bastard. We'll finish it epically. Levitates. Am I just on cooldown or am I stuck? I can't tell. Something's so very wrong. There we go. What a way to die. Look at him up there. Woof! And the beast has fallen. And here is our winnings. This right here, though, the Ascendant Desolate Titan Bone Saddle, that's specifically what I was going for. Whoa! I don't know you get an eye when you kill one of them. That's pretty cool. And you get a skull as well once you kill. Yeah, it's just all around fanciness. Just a whole bunch of Ascendant stuff. And this is, well, the implant of the Primal Desolate Titan. A mysterious implant found in the heart of the Primal Desolate Titan. It still hums of energy and sounds of a heartbeat. I wonder if it has a use. And then some sort of Morse code that I'd understand if this was World War II. Thus is freaking Mechagodzilla. I'm stuck on top of it. It's not the most... Oh, I'm over encumbered. Johnny, you dumb whore. I don't know if I'll be adding Mechagodzilla to my survival series because I feel like once we craft him, everything's going to be so easy. That's why these videos are important. Otherwise, I end up adding all this crap to my survival series and everything just goes unstable as, like, I don't know, a schizo? A schizo who just had someone pop out behind a building going booga booga booga. Like, that's how unstable it will be if we add that. But it would be glorious. Just shadow phase shifting my way over here. So great. And then once you equip the winter saddle, who I forgot on Mechagodzilla. Wow, this thing is so badass looking. It's a really cool dinosaur. I think I saw in some Discord this was headed towards like Path of Titans, but I don't know. But I would love it to be in Path of Titans so much. And here we have the saddles you get from beating the King Desolate Titan. A fully equipped, amazing bone saddle that I'm such a fan of. Not just for those cool little shoulder pads or the chest pads, knee pads, even the freaking thigh pads. The face is great, but just the backside, dude, that over conglomeration of spikes coming out the side is just so impressive. Plus our seat, to be honest, like the way these chains tie into the teeth or into the jawbone, everything is like really well done on this. It's a very good creature. I hope to God I wasn't hallucinating and this thing actually is on its way to Path of Titans, because it's so sweet. And there you have it. I believe that's 6 creatures in total, maybe 7. I don't know. It was a while ago that I was talking about that masturbation sock. It's been a full video. Leave a like if you guys want to see more ARK creature stuff, or you just want to support my rise to power. And I'll see you next time.